the way I look at AI is that AI is here to stay, and the sooner HR realizes that they will have a big role to play in the adoption of AI in organizations and be supportive of business to be adopting AI, is the way I look at it is that it will be a two pronged approach. First, AI has to be adopted by HR itself to drive in efficiencies in all its HR processes, and AI is a source where lot of analytics can throw up, lot of employee data which you would not have otherwise analyzed could be analyzed to make your process more customized to individual employees. And eventually what is HR aiming at? To drive in more motivation and engagement and giving a better employee experience. So when HR processes get fine tuned to individual likes and dislikes, like really use AI to leverage and customize the processes, then you are keeping a healthy and engaged employee who in turns then will be more effective for the business. So this is one set of approach. The other is that you have to train your employees on adoption of AI on a mass scale. So like when computers were introduced, every individual in the company got trained on computers. Similar kind of level of learning and growth and upskilling would be required. The level of depth would be different for different set of people, but AI basics have to be rolled out to each and every individual in the company. So that's how I look at it.
I think the impact of technology is only getting more and more profound as we go forward. Our chairman and CEO, Mr. Arvind Krishnan, I think 2 years back had announced to the street that will save $3 billion worth of cost in an annual level. And we have already achieved 50% of that. All of that is driven on the back of increased technology, of especially AI and automation in general. And HR is playing a vital role there. So one is, I think, as Rashmi ma'am said, HR is the torch bearer in adopting AI and technology in its own operations. It not only improves the employee experience, because increasingly the employee age which we work with is getting more younger, they are more tech savvy, so you need tech to be able to engage with them. Secondly, it improves the compliance posture, the policy dissemination, etc. It's becoming better. So one is the HR itself adopting it. Secondly, I think HR has a vital role to play as far as skilling and upskilling of the employees at large is concerned. We need to get out of the fear of AI. I think we don't need to fear it, we need to embrace it. And that human way of engaging with the employees at large is something which I think HR has a vital role to play.
So I'll give you a very small example of how AI can drive employee experience. Now see, when an employee is coming for onboarding, let's say we have hired an employee and they're coming on onboarding, there's so many queries that they have got in their minds where they really don't have this confidence to be able to talk to an HR officer because he's a new hiree. So they are still on to get onboarded, and if HR could provide them probably with a chat bot which would solve their any query under the sun, the level of confidence that it would give them for a company that they are about to join. So this would be a very basic starting point. Then there are journeys in the careers of employees where you've got a promotion or you've just issued career progression orders and you really don't know what the sentiment of the company is. So you instantly shoot out a AI based survey just to get a mood sense of the company. So there are brilliant ways in which AI could be leveraged. Data points, otherwise, like see for example, somebody is you have so much of employee data. Data is an overflow these days, which you really struggle to make hold of. AI can just sort it out for you and give you a report in the way you want it without you even getting engaged completely and wasting your time on it. So you get what you want. So you are able to utilize your own time better, whereas AI does the dirty work for you. So that's how I feel that HR can really improve itself when it leverages AI to the fullest.
Yeah, so I think it's a fantastic question because increasingly it's a conversation where technology and operations, they come together hand in hand and they fall off if any one place you have a challenge. But coming to specifically on technology, at the end of the day, it requires a reasonably good architecture, and it's a multi-layer architecture which is required. At least the way we see things in IBM is that you at the front end is the experience layer, right? And I think as ma'am said, there's a lot of experience engagement you can drive through front end systems, and hence that is one layer. Behind that, with Gen AI now and AI and automation, there is a layer which we call as an orchestration layer. Like, so for example, IBM uses its tool which is called watsonx Orchestrate, which you can understand the intents at the request of the employee, connect into various systems and subsystems to figure out what the intent could really mean and give it the right actions or take the actions on their behalf. So that's the second layer. The third layer is the data layer, and data is the new oil. We all talk about it, and hence having the quality data, having it in the right frame, being available when you need it, that's the third layer. So that's the way we structure that. Having said that, no company will ever say that they have it all figured out, right? I think we need to be recognizing the fact that this is a journey which is only going to accelerate. So as long as we have the broad building blocks and they are modular in nature, I think we are ready for a ride.
When you say that you are so getting dependent on artificial intelligence, you should never forget that human intelligence has to sit on artificial intelligence. And if you at any point of time as HR tend to ignore that bigger aspect, you are setting up yourself for failure. AI will never be able to give you what HI can give you. So what I would say is that HI plus AI is equal to ROI actually.
So the way I will look at it is, it's excitement. I look forward to it with a lot of excitement. At the same time, it needs some guardrails. We do have concerns about the IP, the security, the profanity of that conversation. So those are things which I'm looking forward to with a lot of interest.